to let people know this presentation is being recorded. We'll send it out with people, and I can share this presentation, these slides as well. The NC General Assembly. Local elected officials are taking a stand to show their support. While they can do that, Representative Reeves and Senator Murdoch, Senator Murdoch expressed interest in attending tonight. She reached out. She's been in contact with a lot of people here in this room. And other General Assembly members have the power to show a lot of support on these community efforts by amplifying this issue to a statewide level. We will have a petition that will be targeting them soon, as well as at this July 18th event, there will be postcards, which will be directly mailed to Reeves and Murdoch. So be on the lookout for that. But what they can do is support our advocacy with the NC Department of Transportation. So NCDOT is what it's abbreviated for. It could be a possible lever to reduce the impact of this project. So I don't want to dissuade anyone from outright opposition. If those are people's goals, then stay firm on that. But if we do get to a point where there is a lot of pushback on outright opposition, then they're going to look for a potential rerouting ability. One thing that would reduce the amount of harm is if this were co-located along existing highways and existing routes, like US 64. So right now, Enbridge is under the impression that they can't co-locate, but that's not entirely true based on legal advice that we've gotten. The DOT could allow it. There's a statute in the policy which restricts co-location near major US highways, but there's precedent that that could be bent and adjusted for this purpose. And it would not remove all of the impacts and the harms that come with this fossil fuel infrastructure, but it could reduce them. And I do want to share as one of my first really big campaigns, if you've heard of the Southeast Supply Enhancement Project, that is an interstate pipeline going from Rockingham all the way through Guilford, Forsyth, and Davidson counties. There was an immense mobilization around that, and unfortunately that pipeline project was approved. It had some limitations in its permit, but nothing really substantial. And so, like I said, I don't want to dissuade anyone from outright opposition. Personally, that's my goal as well, is no new fossil fuel infrastructure. But if we need to take a stance to reduce the amount of harm that we can, that is possibly one way that we can do that. And then the only entity that has an actual gatekeeper role is NCDEQ on water quality. And so that would be amplifying endangered species, amplifying water crossings and stream impacts, so showing that people use local waterways, whether it be for recreation or for other purposes, and that would harm their ways of life.